I've been really skeptic about using iZOTOPE's OZONE for mastering, but as long as you don't use the presets and set everything individually, it's a really great tool.
I keep dancing with my
Hey guys, welcome to my studio. Today I have really great news. My edit of Little Jean Jacket reached more than 30,000 plays within just the first 2 weeks. And I got new vocals for one of my upcoming instrumentals. I will check it out later. First I want to test out iZOTOPE OZONE for mastering. I got it pretty new. I just had a couple of hours to test it. Today I want to try and master one of my tracks, compare it to a professional mastering that was already done, and also to one of those online mastering services. Just to test out what is the best and to see if I might be able to master my own tracks in the future. I got here iZOTOPE OZONE and span my analyzer so that you're also able to see what I'm doing. For this test I'm using one of my soon to be released tracks called Dancing With Our Hearts. I have here the pre-master file and I just drag it into OZONE. So first of all I'm picking a part where the most stuff is going on, probably this one right around the second break. Last week when I bought the program I tested it out already quite a lot. I got here already a multi-band compressor, an equalizer, an exciter, a stereo imager and a limiter. Now I just need to take care of all of the settings, get them right individually for this track, compare it to a whole lot of other tracks, try to find out what mistakes are left, what I can improve to make this track as good as possible. I've disabled all of the plugins except for the multi-band compressor. I will now see which of the 4 bands needs to be compressed more or less. Done with the settings for the multi-band compression. I always bypass it a lot and A and B test it, and I think I now found settings that sound really nice. I have to be honest, I wasn't always a big fan of multi-band compression, but here with the iZOTOPE OZONE plugin it's actually pretty nice and the graphics are nice, so you always know what you're doing. Due to the multi-band compression the overall mix gets a bit out of balance. I'm using the EQ to fix that and also to raise a little bit in the top end and cut away the very high frequencies and the very low ones. I've boosted the low end. I put a little bit of emphasis onto the kick, or just half a dB. I cut away everything below 25 to 30 Hertz. I boosted the high frequencies and cut it away the very top end that you can't hear anyways. The next plugin is the exciter. It's kind of applying filters to your Instagram pictures. It gives the entire track a little bit of a character. You can choose between warm, retro, tape, tube, triad and dual triad. I think I will start with the warm and test them out and see which one fits the best to the track. And here as well you can apply all of them individually for all of the 4 bands. Okay, I've tried all of them. For this track I think the warm one is the best. The dual triad was also really nice. Next up is using the stereo imager. This track is already pretty wide because I did all of it in the mixing. So I will just add a little bit to the mid frequencies and a little bit more to the higher frequencies. Final step is adding the limiter to keep everything in check and below 0 dB, as well as getting the final loudness, and really don't overdo it with the loudness. Compare it to other tracks and make it equally as loud. Don't try to make it louder than other tracks because they're already pushing it to the limit, believe me. It's this whole loudness war thing is a whole nother topic. I'm already happy that Spotify is addressing it by putting all tracks onto one level, as well as German TV has now set standards, so you're not getting over compressed and totally lifeless music anymore. I really love the limiter. It has all the IRC settings, the character and the stereo link, and also this graph here at the top that shows you exactly what the limiter is pushing. And as you can see, it's pushing down the kick on each and every hit, but not too much. What I also love is this little ear button here. It just makes sure that when you bypass all of the mastering that you did to compare it to the previous version, that both of them stay on the same level. It makes it a whole lot easier to compare them. So that's what we're doing next. Without the mastering. And with it. I think it sounds pretty nice. It has this typical mastered sound to it. You can hear the compression, and also that the top end is a bit more crispy and shiny, as well as having a very compact and punchy low end. Now comes the fun part, comparing the online mastered version against my own self-mastered iZOTOPE version against a professionally mastered version that I've made with a mastering engineer in a real mastering studio, as you might remember from one of the past episodes. I will drag all of the 3 files into Logic, put them onto the same loudness, and have a listening session to see which one of them is the best. It's super interesting. They are closer than I've expected, but there are still notable differences. You know, I was actually thinking just telling you which one of them I prefer and why and what the differences are. But since I'm doing these videos daily, I was thinking about giving you 24 hours time to listen to the 3 versions for yourself. I will upload them to my SoundCloud page. I will put the link down below, and you can let me know in the comments which one you like the best. And you also get to guess which one is which. I will reveal all of it in the video tomorrow. Now it's back to working on my Shadows track for the rest of the day. I'm still stuck on the mixing and the arrangement. I hope to be able to advance today at least a little bit. Okay, I think I'm getting there slowly but steady. I won't need these. It's dark outside already. This track really seems to be cursed. No matter what I do, it's just not getting better. If you are a producer, you can probably relate to this. Once in a while you just have a track that doesn't want to get mixed.
Oh, it's been so long, it has been
I got a parking spot.